Never in my life did I think I would ever end up dissecting the lore of some GrubHub commercials, but somehow this is where we've ended up. Never in my life did I even think GrubHub commercials would ever have lore, and yet here we are. Never in my life did I ever think that the GrubHub lore would have a connection to the Jimmy Neutron universe and feature our beloved cast all grown up. And yet here we are! And yet somehow, this food theory of the GrubHub lore goes so deep that it doesn't need just one parts. Oh no, doesn't need just two parts. No. This is an entire 3-part episodic documentary series detailing the wild events that go on in these simple yet deep and wild GrubHub advertisements. Food theory, GrubHub lore just got weirder. I don't know how you could get any weirder than GrubHub commercials being somehow connected to Jimmy Neutron, but let's see what we got.
Earlier this year, on April Fool's Day, Food Theory released an episode about GrubHub's bizarre 3D animated campaign. Some of you theorists out there dubbed the episode the new Sans' Nest. Now, I won't say we don't deserve that, but what I will say is that new GrubHub evidence has come to light. Evidence that confirms our theory and then some.
I just opened this up and I just see this. Wait, hold up. There's a USB drive in here.
Wait, there is?
Yeah.
What?
Buckle up, because the deep well of GrubHub lore just got a
They sent him a package for a dark... Oh my, you better be careful. You better be careful. These GrubHub dudes are shady, Matt. Okay, this package could have easily contained some anthrax. Then it would have been all
Buckle
over.
up, because the deep well
We
of
wouldn't have got a
GrubHub
part
lore
3.
just got a whole lot deeper.
I love deep holes.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that officially has merch now. That's right, theorists. Behind the scenes, we've been busy cooking up Food Theory
My
t-shirts,
gosh.
reusable cups, pizza plushies, and my personal favorite, aprons.
Does
And
it
let me
have
tell
your
you,
smell
I'm
on
not
it?
blowing 84% hot air
Then I'll
here,
buy it.
theorists. That is 100% swag. Friends, we went all out with our Food Theory merch.
But what
Feeling
is
a
it-
little
what is that
salty?
percentage
Then
in
you're gonna
drip?
love our Ramen Champion t-shirt. You ever had a big gulp? Well, then try a Theory Gulp. It's one in a collection of 3 heavy-duty reusable dishwasher
Look
safe
at Matt,
Food Theory
man.
cups that are much better for your
So
brain,
handsome,
not to
so
mention the
inspirational.
environment. Your soft and squishy pizza plushie will become your new best friend. True story, he was inspired by Slice, my New York pizza plushie that I've had since my theater days. This guy's been with me since before we started Game Theory, and now you could have a slice of your own for whatever journey you're about to start. And the apron. The apron is my absolute favorite. Look at the stitching on this
Dude,
thing.
I be
Heavy
going
canvas,
crazy. Light-skinned
nice and
Gordon
long,
Ramsay.
double pockets. I mean, this thing screams kiss the cook
Whipping it
without
up.
even saying it. And if I'm being honest, this is the Food Theory merch item
Cooking
that I've
it up
gotten
in the
most use
kitchen.
out of by far.
Whipping
It's
the
hot
bricks.
Grilling summer and Dad
Trapping
Pat's
out the
basically been
bando.
rocking this Food Theory apron non-stop since Memorial
Go buy
Day.
the
If you're at
merch.
all interested,
I
make sure
guarantee
check
you,
them out. The
if you
items are
buy
listed
Food
directly
Theory
below
merch,
this
you gonna get
video.
so
Who
much
knows? If you
ass.
guys are excited about this Food Theory merch, then
Bro,
maybe
you ain't gonna
some
get shoved in
Food Theory
lockers no
cookware
more, I
might be
bet.
coming down the line.
Go get that merch.
All right, so that's super exciting thing number 1. Super exciting thing number 2 is the mysterious, unsolicited package that arrived on my doorstep from GrubHub a week ago. I cannot stress this enough, theorists.
And
This
it was
episode-
mysterious. It was just randomly placed on your doorstep, unannounced, without you having placed an online order. And you don't see the issue with that, Matthew?
is 100%.
That could have been- what if there was a
hashtag
bomb
not
in there?
spawn. GrubHub somehow tracked down my address and sent me this cryptic package with the word confidential actually scrawled across the front. Never did I think that this would become my life, but I guess this is what I get for firing off an April Fool's Day theory linking the GrubHub cinematic universe to the Jimmy Neutron cinematic universe. And yes, for the uninitiated, I said GrubHub
Nice.
cinematic universe.
He made one video connecting GrubHub to Jimmy Neutron, and then he got put on a GrubHub watch list.
universe. For those of you who haven't seen the episode or have successfully scrubbed it from your memory, the basic gist of the story is this. GrubHub recently released a series of ridiculous commercials featuring 3D animated characters, which led to a tidal wave of remarkable internet memes. Great internet minds figured out that there are actual relationships and backstories to these characters, aka actual GrubHub lore. And where there's lore, there is MatPat. We took it from there, picking up on some key details that suggested the cast of the 3D animated GrubHub commercials
was
in
throwing
fact
they
the
shits.
cast of Nickelodeon's 3D
Meg
animated
the Stallion
hit show
could
Jimmy
never.
Neutron just 20-ish years in the future. And I know that sounds crazy, but honestly, it's only the second weirdest Nickelodeon 3D animated nostalgia meme that's making the rounds at the moment. The first is that Backyardigans song that recently took the #1 slot on Spotify.
Castaways, we are castaways.
Anyway, for a
They
deeper
was shaking ass to the Backyardigans. Dude, the Backyardigans was for the streets, bro. Backyardigans was for the hood. They had Uniqua and Tyrone, bro. Literally the gang.
We are
They was repping the GDs in the
for a
backyard,
deeper
bro.
look into our take on the GrubHub lore, definitely go watch the full episode where we laid it out piece by piece. Now, when I first opened this confidential package, I was hoping it would be one of two things. Either complete verification that our theory was true, or complete verification that our theory was wrong. I'll be honest, Chicken Sandwich Guy has been making regular appearances in my nightmares for the past 3 months, and I am more than ready to put this chapter of my life to rest. But alas, the contents of the package only pulled me in deeper, to the extent that I'm concerned GrubHub might become the FNAF of
We
the
got deep holes and we're getting pulled in deeper. Matt, you're getting kind of kinky.
Theory channel. So, for better or worse, theorists,
kinda
let's
freak
unpack
nasty.
this envelope together. The first thing I pulled out was this.
What? Oh my god, that's so cheeky. I can't believe they did that.
Yeah, that's the bag that I
Your move
concluded-
with a smiley face. This is a threat. They brutally murdered a woman under this giant bag. This is a warning. They're saying, hey, Matt, if you keep this up, if you keep investigating, we're going to drop one of these on your house.
That's so cheeky. I can't believe they did that.
Yeah, that's the bag that I concluded killed Milkshake Lady, though Goddard and the crowd seem to have disappeared by the time the image was captured. GrubHub apparently wants us to look into that tan house in the background, or maybe they mean something else in the vicinity, like the blue car. It's worth noting that the tan house and blue car are shown in the commercials that we analyzed in the first episode. They're just easy to overlook since they're mostly obscured by the crowd. We double-checked this house and car against a lot of the cars and houses of the Jimmy Neutron verse and came up empty-handed. Next out of the envelope was this extreme wide shot of the entire town. Another source for clues, it would seem.
Oh, is this like, wait, is this
giving us-
like a Where's Waldo now?
Okay.
I think they're giving us
no.
like the city layout. I think we're gonna have to identify where the city layout
I was really bad at those.
By the way, we couldn't find the tan house in this wide shot, but we may have located the blue house with
Y'all
the
know those people? Y'all ever know one of those people? Right? They check out the Where's Waldo book from the library, and then they would literally circle where Waldo is. So the next person who checks it out is just like, there's not even any point.
By the way, we couldn't find
They
the
could've
tan
done that
house in
here.
this wide shot, but we may have located the blue house with the red roof that's directly next door to the tan house, way down there in the right-hand corner. Still don't know what any of that means, though. We'll talk about that later in this episode. But that's certainly not all
Okay.
that was in the package, not by a long shot. GrubHub also included a whole slew of fun props like Goddard blueprints that suggests that he indeed is the brown dog in the GrubHub commercial, a save the date that suggests Milkshake Lady and Taco Guy, aka adult Jimmy Neutron, did in fact go through a bad breakup, and even a receipt that included a purchase of a purple flurp, aka the signature
Purple
drink
Flurp!
of Jimmy Neutron. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff in here.
Dude, I
Include-
know. Dude, they was sipping that lean, bro. Purple Flurp was literally just codeine for kids. I'm telling you.
The signature drink of Jimmy Neutron.
was sipping the
there's
syrup.
a lot of great stuff in here, and the clues obviously all link the GCU to the Jimmy Neutron universe.
The
Now, at this point, I do want to
GCU.
have this. Food Theory reached out to GrubHub after we received the package. GrubHub verified that it was indeed sent by them, which means that all of this, all of it, everything contained inside the package, like this striped shirt that's eerily similar to the McSpanky's uniform in the Jimmy Neutron universe.
Yo! Big Mick Thankies! From McSpanky's fire.
Is now part
Fire.
of the GrubHub
That's one of
cinematic
the best
universe. Sorry, folks,
episodes.
this is canon. Nothing we can do about it now. Think about it this way. The creative minds behind the MCU have decided that Hawkeye wears Oakley shades, Bose headsets, and drives an Acura. Whether we like it or not, that's the way it is, because that's their call. Likewise, if the creative minds behind the GCU say their dog placed an order from a taqueria in Bedford, Texas, near the supposed location of Jimmy Neutron's hometown of Retroville, that's their prerogative, and who are we to say otherwise? Incidentally, Bedford, Texas is a major link to the Jimmy Neutron universe. Though it's never explicitly
It's always
stated in the
Texas.
show, there's good reason to believe that Retroville, Jimmy Neutron's fictional hometown, is located in Texas. Not only do we straight up see Jimmy Neutron blast off from Texas on a map, but the show's real-life production studio, DNA Productions, was located in Dallas, Texas. So when GrubHub references Bedford or includes a plane ticket to Fort Worth in their confidential package, it's pretty clear that they're linking the GCU characters to the greater
Did he
Dallas
go to
Fort Worth
Did he go?
Metroplex, which means that they're linking the GCU.
Dude, you got a shady package with a plane ticket in it, and I hope you didn't go. That's one of them stories that get you on Mr. Nightmare. And then you pull up, and then you think it's like a cute girl, and you about to clap the most thunderous cheeks, but it turns out to just be some creepy 45-year-old dude with a hoodie, right? A 5 o'clock shadow. He's going through meth withdrawals, and he's got a rusty fork.
Characters to the greater Dallas
That's what's
Fort
gonna
Worth
happen.
Metroplex, which means that they're linking the GCU to Retroville. So yeah, that is a pretty big connection. But the biggest find from the envelope had to be this.
Oh, God.
Made in China.
Drive in here.
Wait, there is?
Now, what you need to understand is that we here at Food Theory scoured the internet high and low for every 3D animated GrubHub commercial in existence. But it turns out there's at least one more commercial out there. A commercial that, as far as we can tell, has never been released. That's right, theorists. The thumb drive contained the animatic for a never-before-seen GrubHub commercial
my
connected
God.
to this whole conspiracy. Okay, so if you're not familiar with what an animatic is, it's basically a lightly animated storyboard, sometimes with an audio soundtrack. An animatic will often get produced before the final polished animation takes place. This way, the entire creative team can be on the same page about the story, the camera angles, etc. For instance, here's a scene from Incredibles 2 with the animatic and final scene side by side. Now, given that the file name for this animatic was GH unreleased MP4, it seems GrubHub intended to produce this commercial at one point but changed their mind for whatever reason. But I cannot overstate how exciting it is for Food Theory to get our hands on this. Even in animatic form, another unaired GrubHub commercial helps round out the GCU that much further. So what exactly is in this ad? Well, it features a lot of familiar faces from the ads that you already know.
Milkshake
and cringe
lady.
love. Chicken sandwich guy, milkshake lady, and one of the college-aged characters that we'll call burrito guy. But the animatic
Burrito
stars
guy.
a character that we didn't talk a whole lot about in our first GrubHub episode,
Salad lady.
who, as we established, is actually
Cindy.
the adult version of the Jimmy Neutron boy
got
genius
that.
character Cindy Vortex. Now, the plot of the 30-second Cindy Vortex ad is pretty straightforward. She orders pizza off the GrubHub app, then floats up into the sky, which, of course, is actually a magical GrubHub red space. And there,
course.
Cindy Vortex and her
Of course,
GrubHub pals
right?
fly around and eat food. There's a handful of uniquely shaped clouds populating the red space sky. There's the GrubHub diamond, which we see in many GrubHub ads, including this one. There's a chicken leg, maybe a mushroom or broccoli kind of thing. But then there's this cloud, a perfect smoke
It's a
ring.
donut.
Yeah, maybe they were going for a donut, but that doesn't change the
Or a
fact
bagel.
that this here is a literal example of a vortex, folks. In fluid dynamics, the term vortex describes fluid.
Okay. Let me make sure I got this, right? So we went from a GrubHub commercial to a GrubHub cinematic universe to a connection to the Jimmy Neutron universe.
Example of a vortex, folks. In fluid dynamics.
And now we're talking about fluid dynamics.
The fact that this here is a literal example of a vortex, folks. In fluid dynamics, the term vortex describes fluids or gases that rotate around an axis. Think whirlpools, tornadoes, and yes, smoke rings, which means that there is a blatant vortex Easter egg in the Cindy Vortex ad. What am I supposed to do?
Oh
Not
my
make a Food
God.
Theory episode about it? Okay, so might it just be a coincidence that there's a circular cloud that bolsters our salad lady as Cindy Vortex theory? Sure, but we have no choice but to talk toss it onto the pile of other GCU Jimmy Neutron coincidences, and that pile is getting pretty tall at this point. Now, there's one last item in the package that we should probably discuss here. This image of Taco Guy's dog, who we've established is actually an updated version of Jimmy Neutron's robotic dog Goddard.
Okay.
Now, clearly this picture shows mechanical components in Goddard's body, but the really interesting thing is that aside from the leg, this shot is virtually identical to a screenshot from an existing GrubHub ad. But surely both can't be true. Goddard can't both have a visibly mechanical leg and a normal looking leg. Or can he? See, this image of a mechanical dog, which again is now GCU canon, actually bolsters a theory that I wanted to include in the first GrubHub episode, but ultimately wound up cutting for time, and also because it was pretty far out there, even for that episode. But this package from GrubHub has given me the confidence I need to keep pulling on these kinds of threads, so I'm just gonna take the opportunity to surface the theory now. In our first GCU episode, we focused mainly on 2 Taco Guy ads, where he's Taco Guy. He has taco posters on his walls, he eats tacos, tacos are kinda his thing. But here's the twist, there's another commercial in which tacos aren't his thing. Wendy's is his thing. And when you see the Wendy's commercial alongside the taco commercial, it's immediately obvious that the character's movements are completely
I don't know if I'd replace tacos with Wendy's, but okay.
And this, I would argue, is another massive link to the Jimmy Neutron verse. See, it's well established that Jimmy Neutron is capable of cloning himself. We see him create 6 of them to help do his chores in episode 31. Now, these so-called clones all come out exactly like Jimmy, but with a couple things slightly different. While his clones often had different hairdos,
and
or
personalities
or different voices.
I'm walking here. You got a problem with that?
They were, for the most part, pretty easy to confuse with the OG Jimmy at a glance. Now, I'm not suggesting that Wendy's guy is just some Jimmy Neutron clone living a similar life in an apartment across town. There's more to it than that. The character's movements aren't similar, they're identical. This has gotta be a parallel universe situation. Like somebody cloned the entire world.
So we have fluid dynamics, we have vortexes, and we have parallel universes.
Lives in.
Dude, what vortex is Matt smoking, bro? Pass me that!
That cloned world came out.
Send me to a parallel universe, bro, because clearly...
just a little bit different.
That's some good.
That, friends, is exactly what happens in episode 54 of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. One of Jimmy's clones, Evil Jimmy, straight up clones Earth, creating a parallel world identical to Earth in every way, except for the fact that everything's evil.
For a truly memorable wedgie, apply a set of common household jumper cables. Who are coming at you? No,
Jimmy Neutron saves the day by trapping Evil Earth and Evil Jimmy.
Where are they gonna put those jumper cables?
Along with it in the dark matter dimension where they presumably exist to this day.
You're not gonna get away with this, Whippy Dip. You can't keep an evil clone down.
Whippy Dip.
So the logic here, if you can call it that, is that the Jimmy Neutron cinematic universe has parallel universes. Therefore, the GCU has parallel universes. Each parallel universe is slightly different from one another. In one, you may have a version of Jimmy that loves Wendy's instead of tacos. A third universe might feature a version of Jimmy that still loves tacos, but his dog has visible machinery on its hip. Kinda makes you wonder which universe is the
This is a GrubHub commercial!
evil one. Tacos or Wendy's? Is Wendy's evil? It's a theory for another day. At any rate, the long and short of it is this. We really appreciate GrubHub sending this package to us. It was a lot of fun to go through and analyze. It bolstered our existing GrubHub.
Is Wendy's evil? Yes. Serving those fucking fries? Yes, they are evil.
GrubHub sending this package to us. It was a lot of fun to go through and analyze. It bolstered our existing GrubHub theory in a lot of blatant ways, but also in a number of subtle ways. I sincerely hope that GrubHub has more 3D animated commercials in the works, because it feels like there's a lot more left to unpack here. The coincidences just keep piling up, and eventually I believe that we'll reach a tipping point that convinces even the most skeptical theorists out there. And with that, there are 3 particular pieces of information that I'm gonna make available to you right now, theorist hive mind, because honestly, we weren't sure what they were trying to tell us. The picture with the house circled, the wide shot of the town, and the
I got you. Let me tell you what happened.
Trying to tell us. The picture with the house circled.
That is a house where a homicide took place.
circled, the wide shot of the town, and the all-new commercial animatic. All of them
I don't
are
have an
worthy
answer for the
of
other
further
two, but I can
analysis,
take the
and
first one was
especially the
homicide.
city and home shot, we're not sure what GrubHub is trying to tell us with those.
Right, that's-
especially the town and the all-new commercial animatic.
Right, that's probably Cindy's like chilling. She's like about to post on her OnlyFans.
All of them are worthy of further analysis, and especially the city and home shot, we're not sure what GrubHub is trying to tell us with those. So that's why we here at Food Theory have uploaded these 3 files in their entirety and full resolution for you to sink your teeth into at home. The links to all those are down in the description below, along with the most important link of them all.
I'll
the
sink
link
my
to
teeth
Food
into
Theory
something
merch.
else.
Don't forget to check those out, friends. I'm telling you, the apron is just in time for
Drip.
grilling season. And of course, pizza plushie season is year-round. Will we eventually be able to crack the interconnected lore of the GrubHub cinematic universe? Feels like we're only one brain blast away. But hey, that's just a theory.
I'm about to blast.
Food theory. Bon appetit.
Okay, so we... You know what this is? This is the Rapture. Dude, this is a GrubHub commercial!